Welcome to Master of Finance, the channel that empowers you to take control of your financial future. Today, we're bringing you some invaluable insights from one of the most successful investors of all time, Warren Buffett. Buffett is known for his incredible wealth and financial savvy, and he's made a name for himself as a shrewd businessman with an eye for value. But what many people don't know is that his success is largely due to his money habits, the way he thinks about and manages his finances on a day-to-day basis. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into Buffett's top 10 money habits to break if you want to achieve financial success. Whether you're just starting out on your financial journey or you're a seasoned investor, there's something for everyone in this video. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn from the best. Let's dive in. Number 10. View money as a long-term game. Someone is sitting in the shade now because someone planted a tree a long time ago. It is a popular quote by Warren Buffett. That is correct. Planting and cultivating financial success seeds now will result in shade to enjoy later in life. That shade may be debt-free living, a secure retirement, or the capacity to pay for your children's college education. Buffett's investing judgments are based on such a long-term perspective on money. In his 2014 letter to shareholders, he advised investors to invest with a multi-decade perspective. Their focus should stay on achieving big gains in purchasing power throughout the course of their investing careers. He cautioned investors not to get distracted by periods of stock market volatility or economic turmoil. Developing true wealth and financial security takes time, and you will almost certainly face financial difficulties along the road. But viewing your finances as a lifelong endeavor might help you stay on track despite setbacks. This provides you with a solid financial basis. Number 9. Never lose money. Warren Buffett's number one piece of advice is one he tries to live by. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. This rule easily applies to investing. If you're starting from a loss, it's far more difficult to get back to where you started, let alone earn gains. By rule number 1, Buffett means that not losing money should be your top objective. In other words, you should focus on firms with low debt and high profitability whose share price has been rising slowly, rather than companies with high debt and low profits whose share price has been rising rapidly due to hype. It is critical to avoid weak companies at all costs. Number 8. Form healthy money habits. Most behavior is habitual, Buffett observed at the University of Florida in 2007, and they say that the bonds of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to break. Habits may be broken, but the sooner you start, the better. I think the biggest mistake is not adopting correct saving habits early on, because saving is a habit, Buffett stated. Pay attention to your money habits and attempt to develop those that benefit your finances while breaking those that harm them. Some of the healthy money habits include: live below your means, invest in yourself, avoid debt, diversify your investments, and do your research before investment. Number 7. Keep cash on hand. Another important aspect of ensuring security is to keep cash reserves on hand at all times. We typically maintain at least $20 billion and frequently substantially more in cash equivalents, Buffett stated in Berkshire Hathaway's annual report for 2014. Buffett credited these reserves with keeping Berkshire Hathaway afloat throughout the Great Recession, when so many other companies failed. Companies and people alike may feel compelled to invest their liquid wealth. Cash, on the other hand, is to a business what oxygen is to an individual. Never considered when it is present. The only thing on one's mind when it is lacking, Buffett explained. When bills are due, cash is the sole legal tender, he continued. Do not leave the house without it. Number 6. Learn about money. Learning more about money management should be part of investing in yourself. Warren Buffett's duty as an investor include reducing exposure and lowering risk. Furthermore, risk comes from not knowing what you're doing, Buffett reportedly stated according to Forbes. The more you understand about personal money, the more secure you'll feel as you reduce dangers. The takeaway from Buffett's comments is to actively educate oneself about personal finance. Go to bed smarter than when you got up, Buffett's partner Charlie Munger said. Buffett's formula is straightforward. I've read a lot. That's how information accumulates, like compound interest, he told The Week. Number 5. Trust a low-cost index fund for your portfolio. Buffett has offered some practical suggestions that almost anyone may use, even though most of it veers towards the philosophical. Buffett favors index funds, for instance, for the typical investor. In a letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders in 2013, he advised them to invest 90% of their capital in a very low-cost S&P 500 index fund and 10% in short-term government bonds. Buffett has been recommending this for many years. Buffett stated at a 2004 Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting that if you invested in a very low-cost index fund and spread out your investments over 10 years rather than all at once, you would outperform 90% of investors who started investing at the same time. Number 4. Avoid debt. Instead of working to pay interest, as many people with debt do, Warren Buffett made interest work for him to amass wealth. Buffett stated in a 1991 address at Notre Dame, "I've seen more individuals fail due to liquor and leverage being borrowed money. You don't actually need leverage in this environment. You can make a lot of money without borrowing if you're smart." Buffett is particularly cautious with credit cards. He advises you to stay away from them entirely. Buffett once stated in a news release that credit card interest rates are extremely high. Occasionally they are 18%, occasionally they are 20%. I'd be bankrupt if I took out a loan at 18 or 20% interest. Number 3. Invest in yourself. Warren Buffett often uses the phrase, invest in yourself, to stress the value of continual learning and personal growth. Buffett thinks that one of the best investments a person can make is in themselves through education, the acquisition of new talents, and the development of their character. Buffett's concept is based on the notion that a person's potential for success is not primarily influenced by external variables, such as prevailing market trends or economic conditions. Instead, one's success is greatly influenced by their personal development and evolution. Buffett feels that investing in oneself lays the groundwork for long-term success and enables people to overcome obstacles and adjust to shifting conditions. There are several ways to invest in oneself, including going for educational or professional development opportunities, networking with other professionals, or putting a strong emphasis on one's own development. Buffett also emphasizes the value of nurturing virtues like integrity, discipline, and perseverance, which are all necessary for success in any industry. Number 2. Get high value at low price. When combined with another Buffett tenet, price is what you pay, value is what you get, Buffett's guideline of never losing money becomes even more astute. Buffett stated this in the 2008 Berkshire Hathaway shareholder letter. Losing money can occur when the price you pay doesn't correspond to the value you receive, such as when you pay a high interest rate on a credit card debt or spend money on products you won't use very often. Instead, be frugal like Buffett by seeking for ways to acquire more for a lesser cost. I appreciate buying great goods when they are on sale, whether we're talking about socks or equities, Buffett stated. Number 1. Give back. Buffett stated, if you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to worry about the other 99%, in a 2007 speech at a political event for Hillary Clinton. Buffett makes it a point to back up his claims as a prominent member of that 1% himself. Buffett gave $2.8 billion in Berkshire Hathaway stock to 5 nonprofits in July of last year. Together with Bill Gates, he founded the Giving Promise, a pledge to donate one's fortune that has been made by more than 130 billionaires. Even if you aren't a billionaire, you can still improve your life and the lives of others by giving back. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with messages about get-rich-quick schemes and easy money, Warren Buffett's advice on breaking bad money habits is like a breath of fresh air. It reminds us that true financial success is built on a foundation of discipline, patience, and sound decision-making. By breaking these 10 common money habits, we can take a step towards achieving our financial goals and living a life free from financial stress. It's not about depriving ourselves of things we enjoy, but rather about making smart choices that align with our long-term financial objectives. So if you want to become a master of finance like Warren Buffett, start by breaking these habits and taking control of your financial future. Remember, every small step counts, and with time and consistency, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video from Master of Finance helpful in your journey toward financial independence.